Everyone is replaceable. My boss just ended our staff meeting with these words today. I realize I am in a different position than many others, in that I work a professional position that requires an advanced degree in licensing. I make an okay salary, but not enough for what I do. I've been working with my boss almost since she opened her business. From when we were sharing a desk and using laptops to now, when there are 3 locations and numerous staff, I know how to do nearly everything the business requires. From accounting to all the software we use to training staff, banking, clients, etc. I pick up the slack when others are away because I'm the only one who knows how to do everything. I have taken 1 week vacation in the 4 years of work there. And I was called or texted every single day while I was gone for work-related questions. I don't do appointments during the workday. I stay late often and have gone in on weekends. My boss was on an angry, unprofessional rant and ended her meeting with those classic sick boss words, "Everyone is replaceable. I can't wait until I can find something else. Hand in my resignation letter and say, go ahead, replace me. Sorry for the rant. I had to get it out somewhere." So I'd check if you get vacation and sick days paid out. Whatever days you won't get paid out upon leaving, I'd start using. Everyone is replaceable, but some are harder to replace than others. Everyone is replaceable. The issue is that the boss doesn't realize that includes him or her as well. While you look for a new job, please take some vacation time. That's yours. A job and its management should never say this if they value their people. It's a red flag. Start planning your exit. Just as everyone could be replaceable, everyone can also go and find a job that pays them what they are worth and appreciates them. Classic sick boss words, everyone is replaceable. These are not wrong words, but it's a part of a quote that bosses butcher. Everyone is replaceable, but it costs time and money, and places that lose a lot of people tend to not want to invest either in replacing their employees and languish and suffer. Shit bosses tend to tune out after the first bit. Since no one wants to work, where does she plan to find replacements? Lol, my boss started an email with everyone is replaceable. So take your PTO, take your sick days, take your vacation days, take everything you can from the system before it takes you. She was the best boss I ever had. Not an anti-work boss, but definitely an anti-work company. I remember when these words were said to me at a company I worked for over a decade. The same company that thought I was married to the job. It was the exact right thing to say to finally make me realize that they were taking me for granted. I was replaced after I left by about 3 people. Even so, nothing drastic happened when I left at the company. Business moved on, but I am at a similar role with more of a life, good compensation, and much happier. And that is the true revenge. Edited for missing clause. That sounds familiar. When the business started, I had to bring my own desk from home. And when I left, I took it back to the sound of much bitching and crying about how it belonged to the company. Lol. I dunno. I think we're running out of replacements. The workforce is shrinking because people don't want to be exploited anymore, and people aren't having children because they know how impossible it is to raise one. So once this negative attitude dissipates, businesses are going to realize that they need to take better care of the employees they get so that they will want to work for them. Is your boss Abby Lee Miller? Might I interest you in a career working with the cognitively delayed? I used to work behind a register. Friend told me their work was always hiring, so I have it a shot. This line of work is a wholly different kind of stress than anything you've experienced before. But it is immensely fulfilling, and you get a hell of a lot more respect from coworkers and clients alike. More than I ever got from anyone as a registered jockey. Give it a thought. I'm sure facilities in your area are still looking for assistants. Obviously true. As Charles de Gaulle said, the graveyard is full of indispensable men. If one of your teammates died tonight, not like the boss will say, well, he was irreplaceable, so I guess we'll have to shut down the business. That said, your boss was an idiot to say that to his staff. Your job is to make yourself too valuable to remain there, since your labor is worth more to another employer, or yourself if you become an entrepreneur. Everybody is replaceable, but sometimes there are gems. For example, I know a guy in another department who did everything for his team. He did jobs that nobody wanted or could do, and built great relationship with people in other departments. Well, one day, he just quitted his job without any notices or anything. Speculation went wild on why. But fast forward 6 months. That team had all been laid off or fired, and their functions dispersed to other teams. That guy was selling drugs and got caught by the police at his home. Everyone on that team either bought drugs from him or sold drugs for him. Here is the gem. Nobody could do his job, and the company lost tremendous amount of money after his departure. They had to move functions out of that team because nobody could replace him. You literally built the business. Can't you start your own and outcompete your old boss? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I've heard those exact words from no less than 3 managers, supervisors at my current job. I even quit for a few months, only to have 2 of them call me and beg me to come back. Which I did, but only because my wife and I found out she was pregnant 2 weeks after I left. But the funny thing? Each and every one of them has since left and been replaced. I'm still standing. The people at the top don't seem to realize it's us grunts that keep their businesses going. Bosses are replaceable. People who think like this do not value their employees. I don't get it. It's absolutely not true. I have been a business owner, and while I was aware I could always find someone else to work for me, I recognized the attributes of the people I hired, and appreciated them so much. This woman has lost it, or she has always been narcissistic. Either way, I agree that you deserve better.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.